Hi everyone, this is Dr. Menije from Embracing You Therapy. Today we're going to talk about black or white thinking. The reason I chose this topic for today is because it's been showing up in my therapy all week long. Whether I'm meeting with the clients individually, working on OCD or anxiety, or I'm working with my couples on relationship issues, black or white thinking has been a common topic, so I wanted to bring that to you as well. So let's talk about what is black or white thinking, which is a practice of thinking in this or that format. It's the way of thinking, it's a thought pattern we have, which we all have it. It's just a variety of how much we get caught up in black or white thinking. It's a practice of thinking that things are either this way or that way, where we split things into two halves. And black or white thinking, also known as all or nothing thinking, is very debilitating. It's known as a distorted thinking. It's known as a cognitive distortion in CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, and it leads to a lot of challenges in our lives. One of the most common things black or white thinking causes is increase in anxiety, increase in depression, increase in procrastination, self-doubt, and insecurity. Because with black or white thinking, like I said, it's a practice of thinking this or that. So we say, if this goes well, then I will be happy. Or if I get this job, then I will feel competent. I will feel adequate. And if I get rejected, that means I am inadequate. So we split things into two halves. Things are either good or things are really bad. Things are really hard or things are really easy. So that's your black or white thinking, where things are in either two extremes. Good versus bad, hard versus easy, like a hard day versus an easy day. And the reason it causes a lot of anxiety and procrastination is if we see things as completely hard, or again, it's either hard or easy. And if we see something, a task, a goal too hard, it's only hard, then we feel overwhelmed, we get flooded, we feel insecure, and we tend to procrastinate. So one of the other things we want to do when we have black or white thinking is look out for how it's showing up in our relationships, because it can also affect the way we see a problem at hand. We either say, how often in relationships do we say who's right and who's wrong? You see, that's the two opposite ends. Or we like to say, is this a fixable problem or it's not? So we either think that this conflict is manageable or it's a disaster. Or we say this relationship either sucks or it's wonderful. And when we have relationships with other people and we have conflicts, dividing things into good versus bad, who's right and who's wrong, it actually keeps us more stuck. We're less likely to negotiate, compromise, even problem solve when we have black or white thinking. And as you can see, black or white thinking individually can lead to anxiety, low self-esteem, self-doubt, but also in our relationship, it creates more conflict, defensiveness, and passive-aggressive communication. So for all of these reasons, black or white thinking is known to be very debilitating and very unhealthy for our overall mental, emotional, and relationship health. So I want to share with you one of my favorite and technically one of my most important tools to use when we get caught up in black or white thinking, which is dialectical thinking. There are so many things to do. There are so many different practices like self-compassion, mindfulness that we need to utilize when we have black or white thinking. But for today's video, I specifically just wanted to explain to you what black or white thinking is, give you an idea of how it shows up and why it's a problem, and also just give you one of my favorite tools. So let me tell you a little bit about dialectical thinking. I do have a video just only covering this topic, and I'll add that to the comments. So if you want to check it out, watch that video. But what dialectical thinking is, first of all, it's from DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy, and it's about the power of and. So when black or white thinking is this or that, it's that absolute. Dialectical thinking is about integration. Dialectical thinking is the power of and. So we can tell ourselves, today was hard and easy. I can do this and I'm having a hard time. So dialectical thinking, another definition of, or one of its main definition is allowing two opposite thoughts and feelings or experiences to coexist. Again, dialectical thinking is about allowing opposite thoughts, feelings, and experiences to coexist. Instead of separating them in that black or white thinking, we want to integrate them and we want them to coexist, which again is why it's about the power of and. You want to say, I'm having a hard day and I got a lot done. I am feeling anxious and I'm going to take that chance. I'm going to take that risk. I got rejected and I'm very talented and I will find the right job for me. Or in relationships, we can say, I'm really sad for what happened and I am ready to hear your side of the story. You can say, I want to repair and I need a little bit more time away. I need a little bit more break from you at this time. Again, it's about power of and. But as we come to the end of the video, what I really like to leave you with is first continue to think about what black or white thinking is and how it's showing up in your life. I do always like sharing with you a solution, a coping skill that is going to help improve your mental health, like dialectical thinking. But I also like to encourage people to slow down for a minute, consider what this video is about, and really try to understand what black or white thinking is and how it's showing up in your life. Because in therapy session, no matter how often I talk about it with my clients, it comes up in their conversation and I have to pause them and say, hey, did you just notice that's black or white thinking, also known as all or nothing thinking? You just said it. So you want to first catch yourself having black or white thinking, and then in time reframe it using dialectical thinking, the power of and. If you have any questions about this, make sure to write them below and I will directly respond to you. And we are here in Woodland Hills, California. And if you have any questions about individual couples therapy for teens and adults, please reach out to us and we will love to answer any questions you have. See you guys next time.